A very marvelous good morning to each one of you. Today's date is 24 July and the day is Friday. Today's thought is always deliver more than expected.
Good morning children, welcome to the Shivaji Group of Institution online classes. Kids, I am your Hindi teacher. Today I am going to take Hindi literature class. बच्चों, पिछली कक्षा में मैंने आपको हिंदी में पाठ 3 स्वच्छता से के मौखिक अभिव्यक्ति के प्रश्न उत्तर कराए थे। बच्चों, आज मैं आपको उसी के आगे हिंदी की लिटरेचर की कॉपी में लिखित अभिव्यक्ति के प्रश्न उत्तर कराने जा रही हूँ। तो सभी बच्चे अपनी हिंदी लिटरेचर की कॉपी निकालेंगे और नए पेज में हेडिंग डालेंगे लिखित अभिव्यक्ति, नीचे लिखे प्रश्नों के उत्तर लिखिए। चलिए करना शुरू करते हैं। प्रश्न का है, तन और मन में नई स्फूर्ति कैसे उत्पन्न होती है। तो बच्चों, आपको मैंने पाठ में पढ़ाया भी था कि हमारे तन और मन में कैसे नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। जब हम साफ सुथरे होते हैं, जब हम लोग नहा धो लेते हैं, जब हम एकदम स्वच्छ होते हैं, तो हमारे मन में नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। स्फूर्ति मतलब नया, मतलब एनर्जी उत्पन्न होती है। तो इसका उत्तर है, स्वच्छता से तन और मन दोनों में नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। स्वच्छता से तन और मन दोनों में नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। अब आते हैं प्रश्न खा में, स्वास्थ्य पर स्वच्छता का क्या प्रभाव पड़ता है। मतलब अगर हम नीट एंड क्लीन रहते तो हमारी हेल्थ में क्या इफेक्ट करता है, क्या कैसे पड़ता है। जब हम साफ सुथरे रहते हैं तो हम हेल्दी रहते हैं। अगर हम गंदे संदे रहेंगे तो हमें क्या होगा, बीमारियां होंगी, तो हम स्वस्थ नहीं होंगे। तो इसका उत्तर है, यदि शरीर स्वस्थ है तो मन भी स्वस्थ रहता है और तन और मन की स्वच्छता से काम करने के लिए नया उत्साह पैदा होता है। स्वस्थ रहने के लिए स्वच्छता आवश्यक है। मतलब बच्चों, इसका ये है, यदि शरीर स्वस्थ है तो मन भी, अगर हम हेल्दी होंगे तो हमारे अंदर एनर्जी होगी, हमारा मन भी काम करने में लगेगा। अगर हम गंदे रहेंगे, हम स्वस्थ नहीं होंगे तो हमें वीकनेस रहेगी, हमारा काम में भी मन नहीं लगेगा। एक बार फिर से उत्तर देखते हैं। यदि शरीर स्वस्थ है तो मन भी स्वस्थ रहता है। तन और मन की स्वच्छता से काम करने के लिए नया उत्साह पैदा होता है। स्वस्थ रहने के लिए स्वच्छता आवश्यक है। मतलब अगर तन मन साफ है, एनर्जी आएगी, हमारी काम करने में हमारा मन लगेगा। प्रश्न गा है, मुंह से दुर्गंध आने का क्या कारण होता है। जो कुछ लोगों के मुंह से बदबू आती है ना, तो उसका क्या कारण है। उसका ये कारण है कि हम अपने दांतों को अच्छी तरह से साफ नहीं करते हैं, जिस कारण मुंह से बदबू आती। जब हम अपने दांत आप साफ नहीं करेंगे तो क्या होगा, मुंह से बदबू आएगी। तो इसका उत्तर है, दांतों की सफाई ना करने से मुंह से दुर्गंध आने लगती है। इसका उत्तर क्या है, दांतों की सफाई ना करने से मुंह से दुर्गंध आने लगती है। प्रश्न घ है, स्नान करने के तुरंत बाद क्या करना चाहिए। बच्चों, नहाने के बाद हमें तुरंत क्या करना चाहिए। स्नान का मतलब नहाना, तो नहाने के बाद हमें तुरंत क्या करना चाहिए। स्नान करने के तुरंत बाद शरीर को स्वच्छ और मुलायम तौलिए से पोंछना चाहिए। नहाने के बाद हमें क्या करना चाहिए, साफ सुथरे तौलिए से अपनी बॉडी को पोंछना चाहिए। एक बार फिर से देखते हैं। स्नान करने के तुरंत बाद शरीर को स्वच्छ और मुलायम तौलिए से पोंछना चाहिए। तो बच्चों, मैंने आपको ये चारों प्रश्न उत्तर कराए हैं। इन्हें कॉपी में आपको सुंदर हैंड राइटिंग में लिखना है। एक बार आप फिर से देखते हैं। नंबर 1 है, नीचे लिखे प्रश्नों के उत्तर लिखिए। प्रश्न का है, तन और मन में नई स्फूर्ति कैसे उत्पन्न होती है। स्फूर्ति मतलब एनर्जी, कैसे उत्पन्न होती है तन और मन में। इसका आंसर है, स्वच्छता से तन और मन दोनों में नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। स्वच्छता मतलब जब हम साफ रहते हैं, जब तब हमारे मन और तन में क्या होती है, नई एनर्जी आती है, नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। स्वच्छता से तन और मन दोनों में नई स्फूर्ति उत्पन्न होती है। प्रश्न ख है, स्वास्थ्य पर स्वच्छता का क्या प्रभाव पड़ता है? स्वास्थ्य मतलब हेल्थ पर, स्वच्छता मतलब हमारी, अगर हम नीट एंड क्लीन रहते हैं तो उससे हमारी हेल्थ पे क्या प्रभाव पड़ता है? इसका उत्तर है, यदि शरीर स्वस्थ है तो मन भी स्वस्थ रहता है। तन और मन की स्वच्छता से काम करने के लिए नया उत्साह पैदा होता है। स्वस्थ रहने के लिए स्वच्छता आवश्यक है। इट मीन्स बच्चों कि यदि हम स्वस्थ हैं तो हमारा काम में मन लगेगा, अदरवाइज हमारा काम में मन नहीं लगेगा। तन और मन की स्वच्छता से काम के लिए, और जब हम द्वारा तन और मन स्वच्छ रहेगा तो हमें नई एनर्जी आएगी, एनर्जी रहेगी तो हम अपना काम करेंगे। प्रश्न का है, मुंह से दुर्गंध आने का क्या कारण है? मुंह से बदबू क्यों आती है? तो मैंने आपको बताया था ना कि दांत साफ ना करने के कारण हमारे मुंह से बदबू आती है। इसलिए हमें सुबह शाम दोनों समय में अपने दांतों को टूथब्रश और टूथपेस्ट से साफ करना चाहिए, तब हमारा मुंह जब साफ रहेगा तो बदबू नहीं आएगी। एक बार फिर से देखते हैं, दांतों की सफाई ना करने से मुंह से दुर्गंध आने लगती है। दांतों की सफाई बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है बच्चों, अगर हम नहीं साफ करेंगे तो हमारे मुंह से बदबू आएगी। इसलिए हमें सुबह और सोने से पहले दांत साफ जरूर करनी चाहिए। आखिरी प्रश्न घ है, स्नान करने के तुरंत बाद क्या करना चाहिए? नहाने के बाद तुरंत क्या करना चाहिए? नहाने के तुरंत बाद हमें साफ और मुलायम कपड़े यानी तौलिए से अपने शरीर को पोंछना चाहिए, फिर साफ सुथरे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए। तो इसका उत्तर है, स्नान करने के तुरंत बाद शरीर को स्वच्छ और मुलायम तौलिए से पोंछना चाहिए। समझ में आया बच्चों? आज मैंने आपको हिंदी में लिखित अभिव्यक्ति के प्रश्न उत्तर कराए हैं और मैंने आपको घर के लिए होमवर्क भी दिया है जो आप पीडीएफ फाइल में देख सकते हैं। ठीक है बच्चों? ओके, धन्यवाद। आपका दिन शुभ हो।
A very good morning to the students and everyone those who are watching this video. I am your teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. Here, welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your second period and I am going to continue the written work of your chapter number 3rd, that is Soldier Girl. The Soldier Girl. As we know that in the previous video we have completed the hard word meaning and missing letters, and we have already completed the very short answers. Okay, so students, write down the next heading, that is short answers. Short answers. I hope you all have completed your work in a neat and clean manner. So next, write down your heading short answers. Then note down your first question. How did Zorawar get into trouble? And the answer for this question is Zorawar borrowed the money for Padma's education and failed to pay his debt because of not repaying he was put in prison. Okay, how did Zorawar get into trouble? Zorawar borrowed the money for Padma's education and failed to pay his debt. Because of not repaying, he was put in prison. Okay, so this is your question number first, and note down your question number second. Why did Padma decided to become a soldier? Why did Padma decided to become a soldier? Okay. Write down the answer of question number second. Padma decided to become a soldier to earn money for repaying debt which was taken by his brother and get her brother released. Okay. Why did Padma decided to become a soldier? Answer is Padma decided to become a soldier to earn money for repaying debt which was taken by his brother and get her brother released. Okay. So the next question is spelling should be correct and writing should be neat and 16. Question number 3. Why should why did the Padma made her to be Pada? Why did Padma made her to be Pada? Okay, and the answer is Padma dressed her up like a man and changed her name to Padam to get job in the army of Gwalior. Okay, so why did Padma made her to be Pada? Padma dressed her up like a man and changed her name to Padam to get job in the army of Gwalior. Okay, so the next question is, last question from your short answer section. Question. What did Maharaja Scindia do after he heard Padma's story? Okay, what did Maharaja Scindia do after he heard Padma's story? And the answer is after listening Padma's story, Maharaja called his treasurer and asked him to give Manijuru, Padma, so that she could pay back the amount her brother had borrowed. Question: what did Maharaja Sindhya do after he heard Padma's story? And the answer is, after listening Padma's story, Maharaja called his treasurer and asked him to give money to Padma so that she could pay back the amount her brother had borrowed. Okay? So students, we have completed the short answers, and after this we will do long answers and other things in the next video. So students, that's all for today, and write down your homework. Complete your note. Okay? So students, thank you so much and have a great day.
Good morning, students. This is your history teacher from Shabaj Group of Institutions. Here welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your fifth period of history of class 3rd. So, before start today's class, let's recall what we have learned in the last class. So, in the last classes, we had read this chapter, that is lesson 3, Our Neighbors. And in that chapter, we had read about the universe, that the universe is a vast expanse of space, and then we had read about that it contains various heavenly bodies like sun, moon, stars, planet, and it also has dust, pieces of rocks and gases. And then we had read about the constellations. That what are constellations? Constellations means a group of stars which makes pattern in the night sky are called constellations, and some of the famous constellations are like Leo, Ursa the Major, and the second one is Orion. And then we had read about the sun. That what is sun? Sun is a star at the center of the solar system, and it has heat. It gives us heat and light. And then we had read about the moon. That moon is the natural satellite of the earth and it is the closest neighbor of earth. And then we had read about the planets. That what are planets? And means we had read about the planets, that all the planets revolve around the sun on a fixed path. That path is called orbit, and we had read that there are 8 planets in our solar system like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And then we had read about these planets. And in the last lectures we have started the written work of this chapter also, and we have done some of the exercises of this chapter. And in the last lecture we had started the exercise, that is long answers, and in that we have done two long answers of this chapter. So today we will do the last question of long answers. So students, take out your notebook, open that page where you wrote 2 long answers, and on the next line write question 3. That is, name the earths. Question 3 is, name the earths. Name the earth's only natural satellite. Only natural satellite. and explain its two main features. Now answer is moon is the only natural satellite Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. It is the brightest object. It is the brightest object in the night sky. In the night sky. It has no light of its own. It has no light of its own, but reflects the light of the sun. What is the question? The question is, name the Earth's only natural satellite and explain its two main features. So, Moon is the only natural satellite of the Earth. This is the answer of the first part. And the feature is, it is the brightest object in the night sky. It has no light of its own, but it reflects the light of the sun. So, as in the chapter we had read about that, Moon is the brightest object in the night sky, but it don't have the light of their own, but it reflects the light of the sun. So, in the chapter we had read about that all the planets revolve around the sun because all the planets don't have the light of their own, but they reflect the light of the sun, same as Moon also has the light of their own, but Moon also reflect the light of the sun. So students, now this exercise is finished. So how many exercises we have done? We have done hard words, missing letters, very short answers, and today long answers. Now we will do the last exercise of this chapter, that is matching. So for that, students, turn the page and mention the heading of our next exercise. So the first one is, first you will mention the heading, which is match the column A to column B. So this is the heading. Now in the first one side mention column A, then draw a line. On the other side mention column B. Now we will start the matching words. The first one is the group of stars. The group of stars, what are called? The group of stars. Number 2 is the ring planet. Number 3 is largest planet. Number 4 is natural satellite of the Earth. And number 5 is the red planet. Okay, now we will write the other one. So here we will write moon. Here we will write constellations. Here we will write Mars. And here we will write Jupiter. Now we will match this. The first one is the group of stars. So in the chapter we had read about that a group of stars in the night sky which makes patterns are called constellations. So here you have to match number 1 to this. So here we will write number 1. The second one is the ring planet. So which planet has ring around it? So in the chapter we had read about that. Saturn is the planet which has ring around it. That's why this planet is called ring planet. So here we will write number 2. The third one is the largest planet. So in our solar system, which is the largest planet? So the answer is Jupiter. So here we will write number 3. Number 4 is natural satellite of the Earth. So recently we had read about it, that which is the only natural satellite of the Earth. And the answer is Moon. So here we will write number 4. And the last one is the red planet. Which planet is known as red planet? So the answer is Mars. Here we will write number 5. So the sequence of the matching is 2, 4, 1, 5, 3. Okay. So students, now all the exercises of this chapters are finished. Now note down your today's homework. Your today's homework is learn 2 short answers of lesson 2, Earth, our home. This is your today's homework. You have to learn 2 short answers of lesson 2, Earth, our home. So students, that's all for today. Thank you for attending this class. Now we will meet in our next class. Hello, good morning students. I welcome you all in your online classes. I am your maths teacher from Shivaji Group of Institution. Student, as you know that this is your fourth period, that is of maths. So student, as you know that we are in chapter 3rd, okay? So chapter 3rd, and can you tell me the name of chapter 3rd? Addition. What is the name of chapter 3rd? Addition. So student, if you have remembered, we have started our exercise 2H in our yesterday's class, and we have solved some questions in this exercise, and also I have given you to solve question number 1 to 4 in your homework. So student, I hope so that you have solved all these 4 word problems in your homework. If you have solved, I don't think that you have any problem inside it. But to be confirming that really you don't have any doubt about these word problem in your mind, I want to take a short review. So let us start. So which type of questions you had in from question number 1 to 4 exercise 2H? Again we will solve some rest questions in our today's class. So we are again in exercise 2H, and okay, page number 31 in your book. Okay. So for taking a short review, which type of questions you have solved in our studies class? Question was like, in a go down. This is your fourth question. I am taking it as a short revision. In a go down in the go down. Solution. So question is, in a go down there are 154 bags of rice, 556 bags of wheat, and 26 bags of pulses. In all, how many bags of cereal are there in the go down? Okay. So rice, bags of rice is equal to 154. Bags of wheat, wheat is equal to 5, 6, and bags of pulses equal to 26. Okay. So bags of cereals equal to, you will add these three numbers 154, 5, 6 and 26, and you will get your answer. Okay, you will add it and you will get your answer by the addition. So student, these type of questions you have solved in our studies class. Now we will solve rest questions in exercise 2H. I am going to erase it because there is not enough space to solve word problems. So you will see in your book question number 6. Question number 6, which is
2021 cycles. 2002. 196 cycles. 2003. 141 and here is 196 cycles. Okay, so question is find the total production of cycles in these 3 years. So total production of cycles in these 3 years. Okay, so 121 plus 141 plus 196 and here will be cycles and cycles. Okay, there is cycles. This is C. You know the size of cycle, na? CY, CRTS. Okay. So start counting from the right side with ones. 1 and 1 it is 2, 2 and 6 it will be 8. Write your 8. 2 and 4 6, 6 and 9 15. 5 will be here. 1 will be going carry. 1 and 1 2, 2 and 1 3, 3 and 1 4. 558. So your answer is 458. 458 cycles. This is your answer. 458 cycles. This is your answer. So student, these type of questions are asked from question number 5 to 8. Now you can solve all the questions in exercise 2H. Okay, so your homework is complete exercise 2H in page number 31. So student, this is all about today. Now we have done completely exercise 2H and all the word problems inside it. So students, this is all about today. We will continue in our class with new chapter because after finishing exercise 2H, our chapter 2 is also finished. Till then, complete your work, solve all the word problems in exercise 2H. So students, thank you to all for attending today's class.
A very good morning to the students and everyone those who are watching this video. I am your teacher from Shivaji Group of Institutions. Here, welcome you all in the online classes. Students, this is your 3rd period and I am going to continue the explanation of 3rd chapter, which is birds. Okay. As in the previous video, we have talked about the nest of birds. As we know that like human beings, birds also need houses to live, to lay eggs, to protect that eggs from rain, heat and cold until they are independent. Okay, so we have already talked about the 5 different types of nest prepared by the different types of birds. Okay, so let's recall that different types of nest. First type of bird is prepared by sparrow. Okay, the sparrow make its nests on the branches of tree. Means in the trees with the help of grass, twigs and sticks. Okay, second type of bird is pillar bird. She prepared her nest on the leaves. Means by sewing the leaves with the plant fiber, household thread. Okay. Sew with the help of plant fiber and thread. Third one, woodpecker. Woodpecker make its nest on the tree trunk by making hole on that tree. Okay. Tree trunk by making hole. Okay. And the fourth one, weaver bird. She prepared its nest in the branches of tree. Branches of tree, and her nest is hanged on the branches. Hang on the branches. Like this, and the entry point for this house is, means for this nest is the bottom of the nest. Okay. Last one, eagle and vulture. Eagle and vulture. They prepare their nest on the height of large trees. Okay, and their nest shape is just like hollow cup. Okay, so we have talked about the five different types of nests prepared by the 5 different types of birds, and there is an exception, means cuckoo doesn't prepare its nest. Cuckoo doesn't prepare her nest. She kept out her eggs into the crow's nest. Okay. So students, turn your book at page number 42. Here is a fresh topic, bird bath and care of birds. Means last topic of this chapter, birds bath and care of birds. Means in this we will read about the bath birds and how can we take care of the birds. Okay. First of all, let's read about the bird bath. Open your book and just read about bird bath. It is an artificial puddle or shallow container It is an artificial puddle and or shallow container. Okay, that carries water for the birds. Carries water for birds. It is usually placed in the gardens. Bird can drink, bath and cool themselves in this water. Birds can drink, cool themselves and take bath from that water. Okay, it is an artificial puddle or shallow container that carries water for birds, and this container helps the bird to drink, cool themselves and take bath. Okay, this will help you to make a definition of bird bath. Second topic is care of birds. We will read these topics from the book. We should take care of birds around us. Obviously, we have to take care of the nature's beauty that are present around us in our environment or in our surrounding. Below are some points by which we can take care of birds. Here are the some points given in your book at page number 42. With the help of that points, we can take care of birds. First one, we should not put birds in cages. Obviously, it's a very general thing that you all must have to follow. That don't keep the birds in the cages. Let them free and let them fly in the environment, just to increase the beauty of the environment. Second, we should not touch the nest or eggs of bird. We should never try to touch the nest or eggs of the bird. Maybe your normal touch may harm to the bird nest and eggs. Third one, we should not hurt bird by throwing stones or other objects. We should never hurt the birds that are flying over in the sky by throwing stones or other objects. Fourth one, we should give them clean water to drink and food to eat. Okay, we should take care of injured birds. Last one, we should make a bird bath to provide water for the birds. Okay, that one thing that you all must have to follow at your homes, that provide bird bath for the birds. That put some water in a hollow container and keep it in your the upper roof for the bird bath to the birds. Okay, so students, we have completed the chapter and we will start the exercise in the next video. So I have a homework for you all. Write down your homework. Learn the keywords of chapter number 3 from book. Means the keywords that are given in page number 43 of chapter number 3, that is birds. You have to learn these keywords at your home as your homework. And students, the exercise we will start from the next video, and after that, that's all for today, and thank you so much. Have a great day.
Friends, I am your computer teacher from Shivaji Group of Institution. This is your computer period. In previous class, I told you some point about first chapter, and today we will start our chapter further. This is our first chapter lesson, hardware and software. So today our first heading is hardware. Hardware. Student, what is hardware? The parts of a system that can be seen and touched are called hardware. The parts of a system. The parts of a system that can be seen and touched are called hardware. The parts of a system that can be seen and touched are called hardware. These parts in a television system like screen, remote control and set-top box. In a television system, in a television system, these parts are screen, remote control and set-top box. In a television system, these parts are screen, remote control and set-top box. These parts we can touch and see. In a computer system, all the input, output and storage devices are its hardware. A computer cannot work without its hardware. In a computer system, all the input, storage and output devices are its hardware. A computer cannot work without its hardware. Now our next heading is types of hardware. Types of hardware. A computer system can have three types of hardware. First, input devices, second, output devices, and third is storage devices. All these parts have different functions. A computer system can have three types of hardware. Three types of hardware. First is input devices. Second is output devices, and third is storage devices. First is input devices, and second is output devices, and third is storage devices. So our first heading is input devices. First heading is input devices. What is input devices? An input device used to enter data and give instructions to a computer is called an input device. A device that used to enter data and instruction to a computer is called an input device. Data has no meaning by itself. Some input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, webcam, and etc. Some other input devices are like keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, and webcam, and so on. Some input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone, webcam, and so on. First heading is keyboard. What is keyboard? Our first heading is keyboard. What is keyboard? A keyboard is used to type letters, numbers, and characters. It has many keys on it. Pressing the keys present on the keyboard is known as typing. We use keyboard to type letters, numbers, and character. It has so many keys. Pressing the keys present on a keyboard is also known as typing. And next heading is mouse. We use mouse to select and point at things on the monitor. We use mouse to select and point at things on a computer monitor. We can also use it to draw and color pictures. It has 2 buttons and 1 scroll wheel in the middle. We use it to draw and color the pictures. A mouse has 2 or 3 buttons and 1 scroll wheel in the middle. It means we use माउस का यूज हम किसी भी आइटम्स को सेलेक्ट करने एंड पॉइंट करने के लिए किसी लिंक्स को यूज करते हैं. सेलेक्ट करने के लिए या ओपन करने के लिए हम माउस का यूज करते हैं. वी कैन ऑल्सो यूज इट टू ड्रॉ एंड कलर्स. इसका यूज हम किसी भी डायग्राम्स को ड्रॉ करने के लिए, किसी भी उसमें कलर्स को फिल करने के लिए, कलर को करने के लिए हम माउस का यूज करते हैं. माउस हैज ऑल्सो 2 और 3 बटन. माउस में 2 या तो 3 बटन होती हैं एंड 1 स्क्रॉल व्हील इन द मिडिल और 1 स्क्रॉल व्हील होता है बीच में. सो स्टूडेंट्स, दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे एंड टुडे योर होमवर्क इज